A new artery of commerce has begun to beat, a 3,200-kilometer steel serpent stretching from the heart of China all the way to the Persian Gulf. This monumental railway is not just a line on a map, it is a lifeline connecting two powerful regions. The China-Iran Railway, which has just witnessed its first oil cargo train, signifies a seismic shift in the global energy landscape. This is more than a railway, it is a bridge between two worlds, promising new opportunities and alliances. It challenges the old maritime routes, offering faster, more secure oil transport, while bypassing the world's most vulnerable naval choke points. This new route is a game-changer, altering the dynamics of global trade. For China, it's a strategic solution to its Malacca Strait vulnerability. For Iran, it represents a vital economic lifeline, opening doors to new markets and partnerships. This ambitious project is a cornerstone of China's Belt and Road Initiative, redrawing the map of global trade and creating new pathways for economic growth and collaboration. Along its path, new cities and logistics hubs are expected to rise, transforming remote regions into bustling centers of commerce and innovation, breathing new life into forgotten areas. By connecting China's manufacturing might with the Middle East's vast energy resources, this railway forms a new axis of influence, operating outside the traditional Western-dominated system and reshaping global power dynamics. The inaugural journey took just under 15 days, less than half the time of the traditional sea route, marking a new era of efficiency and speed in global logistics. This means lower costs, reduced risk, and greater predictability for global energy markets, offering a more stable and secure future for energy-dependent economies. The Iron Dragon has awakened, and its path will alter the flow of global energy and the strategies of nations worldwide, heralding a new chapter in the story of international trade and cooperation. The China-Iran Railway is the modern echo of the ancient Silk Road, a legendary network that once stretched thousands of miles across mountains, deserts, and empires. For centuries, these routes linked the great civilizations of China and Persia, carrying not just silk and spices, but also ideas, religions, and technologies that shaped the world. The Silk Road was more than trade, it was diplomacy, culture, and a symbol of a multipolar world where East and West met as equals, exchanging knowledge and forging alliances. The rise of European maritime power in the 15th century shifted global commerce to the seas, sidelining the ancient land routes. But now, in the 21st century, land routes are resurging, promising new opportunities. Today's railway revives that spirit, powered by high-speed rail, advanced engineering, and the relentless energy demands of modern economies. In 2021, China and Iran signed a historic 25-year cooperation pact, paving the way for massive infrastructure investment, technology transfer, and long-term collaboration. The railway is the physical embodiment of this strategic partnership, binding their economic futures and creating a new corridor for trade and influence. For China, it secures vital energy supplies outside American influence, reducing vulnerability to maritime choke points and strengthening its energy security. For Iran, it's a shield against sanctions, opening new markets and providing a lifeline for its economy in the face of international pressure. This project transforms their relationship from simple trade to deep interdependence, fostering trust and shared interests that go beyond economics. By building this permanent link, they're forging a new economic bloc in Eurasia, connecting cities, people, and industries across the continent. It's not just about bypassing a strait, it's about reclaiming the region's historic role at the center of global trade, and shaping the future of connectivity for generations to come. To grasp the railway's impact, consider the Malacca dilemma. The Strait of Malacca is the world's most critical maritime choke point. 80% of China's oil imports pass through it. It's narrow, congested, and vulnerable to piracy, accidents, or blockade. This gives the US and its allies leverage over China, making energy security a top priority in Beijing. The long, risky sea voyage drives up costs and exposes global markets to volatility. China has tried pipelines and new ports, but none fully solve the problem. The China-Iran Railway is the boldest answer yet. A fast, land-based route through friendly territory. It's not just a logistical fix, it's a move to control China's energy destiny. The world's energy supply becomes less dependent on a single vulnerable strait. This shift is about resilience, not just speed. The Iron Corridor is a decisive step in building a diversified, secure energy network. On October 25, 2025, the first oil cargo train, the Trans-Eurasian Energy Express, departed Iran's Bandar Abbas for China. The 3,200-kilometer journey, completed in under 15 days, showcased seamless logistics and engineering. Standard gauge tracks across 4 countries eliminated border delays. 2 trains per week are planned, scaling up to daily service by 2027. New customs and security systems ensure rapid, safe transit. Iranian and Chinese officials hailed the project as a triumph of regional cooperation. Compared to the 30-45-day sea journey, the railway slashes transit time and risk. While initial volumes are small, the strategic value is immense, a secure, all-weather supply channel immune to maritime blockades. This is a new era in energy transport, one that shifts the balance of power. The economic impact is profound. For Iran, the railway means direct access to its biggest oil customer, bypassing sanctions and generating vital revenue. Transit fees and new infrastructure spur jobs and growth along the route. For China, the higher rail cost is offset by speed, security, and reduced risk. Faster delivery means less capital tied up and more stable energy prices. Diversifying import routes is an insurance policy against disruption. As capacity grows, the railway will reshape global oil markets, reducing the risk premium tied to sea lanes. In times of crisis, it could stabilize prices by keeping oil flowing. Beyond oil, the railway opens new trade corridors for goods, integrating Eurasia and unlocking economic potential. It's not just an oil pipeline, it's a catalyst for regional development. The railway is a political statement as much as an economic one. It cements the China-Iran-Russia axis, challenging the Western-led order. The land route weakens U.S. leverage, making sanctions harder to enforce and bypassing naval dominance. In the Middle East, it strengthens Iran, unsettling rivals like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. These Gulf states may deepen ties with China, complicating U.S. strategy. For Central Asia, the railway brings economic benefits, but also greater dependence on China. These nations must balance new opportunities with the risk of falling deeper into Beijing's orbit. The project is reshaping alliances and forcing a strategic rethink in Washington and beyond. The future Middle East and Eurasia will be more multipolar and complex. The railway's political ripples will be felt for decades. To dig deeper into these emerging trends, I spoke with Dr. Anja Schmidt, a renowned global trade expert and security analyst who has spent years studying the intersection of economics and geopolitics. Dr. Schmidt sees the rise of the Eurasian Railway as the beginning of a fundamental shift in global power. For centuries, dominance was defined by control of the seas. Nations built empires on maritime trade. Now, however, a vast land-based system is emerging across Eurasia, challenging the old order and creating new possibilities. This inland coastline, as she calls it, could dramatically reverse the historic wealth gap between coastal cities and interior regions. For the first time, landlocked countries and remote areas are gaining direct access to global markets, opening up new opportunities for economic growth and development. The result? A complete remapping of economic geography, with new trade corridors redrawing the lines of influence and sparking fresh political dynamics between nations. Dr. Schmidt notes that while these diversified routes make the global system more resilient to disruptions, they also risk fragmenting world trade into competing blocks. One centered on maritime routes, the other on continental railways. The challenge, she explains, is to keep these systems interconnected, fostering cooperation and avoiding open conflict or rivalry that could destabilize global commerce. Technology is the linchpin. This is a fully digitized, secure logistics chain, blending the reliability of 19th century infrastructure with the speed and intelligence of 21st century tech. China's technological prowess is rapidly transforming rail into a true competitor to sea transport, with innovations in high-speed trains, automation, and real-time tracking. The new contest for global influence will be fought not just with aircraft carriers, but with high-speed rail, 5G networks, and smart logistics, tools that can reshape the flow of goods and information. The world is in a period of profound transition, where the old rules of trade and power no longer apply, and new strategies are being written in real time. The railway stands as a powerful symbol of this new era, an era defined by connectivity, innovation, and shifting alliances. Its ultimate success or failure will not only determine the fate of global trade, but also shape the economic future of entire continents for generations to come. The railway solves one security problem but creates new ones. China gains energy security, less vulnerable to naval blockades. Iran gets economic stability, strengthening its resilience, but the route crosses unstable regions. Security cooperation is crucial. The railway could become a target in future conflicts, shifting vulnerability from sea to land. Protecting this long corridor requires unprecedented intelligence sharing and coordination. China is betting it can manage land risks better than maritime ones. This strategic gamble will have lasting consequences for global security. The China-Iran Railway is the start of a new chapter in globalization. It's a symbol of a shifting world order, more multipolar, more connected by land, less dependent on the sea. The success of this project will inspire similar corridors, weaving Eurasia into a single economic zone. This brings opportunity, but also new competition and risks. The challenge is to ensure these new trade routes foster cooperation, not conflict. The world needs bridges, not walls, whether made of steel or understanding. This is a bold bet on overland connectivity and regional partnership. As the new Silk Road expands, it will change how goods move, how economies grow, and how power is balanced. The choices made now will shape the future of global cooperation. What do you think? Will this Iron Silk Road bring stability or new rivalries? The conversation is just beginning.